Hello, and welcome to SEAL 2022. We are so excited that you have decided to take this opportunity to have a new experience this summer. Please make sure that you watch this video all the way to the end, and please answer the questions below this video after you finish watching it. We want to make sure that we give you credit for this part of your training because this is a required part of your work experience. Answering these questions will allow us to make sure that you have seen everything in this video and help us to track your progress through the SEAL program. So please don't exit out of this page until you have submitted your answers below. In this video, you will become familiar with what to expect from your SEAL experience. We will be explaining who will be the people helping you throughout your SEAL experience. What is the process of you being matched to a job for the summer? What steps are needed to be onboarded for your summer job? And what are some tips for working in a professional environment? After watching this video, you should be able to understand what we expect from you for your participation this summer, be aware of the different organizations involved in this program, and get excited and ready for your paid work experience this summer. Throughout this presentation, your instructors will be a collaborative of Benigno Aceves, Business Relations Coordinator at Vocational Rehabilitation, Kristen Davis, Regional Transition Specialist at Vocational Rehabilitation, Kafalat Adeshokan, Senior Planner at Workforce Solutions, and myself, Haley Christopoulos, Planner at Workforce Solutions. In this video, we will each be explaining different things for you to be aware of to prepare you for your summer job opportunity.
Hello. So what is SEAL? SEAL is a summer earn and learn initiative to provide students with all abilities, work readiness training, and paid work experience for the summer months. This program is a partnership between Workforce Solutions and Vocational Rehabilitation Services. Now, as you can see, SEAL is a very important program, and at Workforce Solutions, we are really happy to provide you with this experience. Because of our work with young people, we know how much students such as yourselves are able to grow through our training, career exploration, and working in new environments. We really hope that your summer experience with SEAL 2022 will provide you with valuable skills, not only at work, but also in life. This summer, you will get to meet new people, practice new skills, and learn how to adapt to a unique environment. We hope that you take in these new experiences with excitement and positivity, knowing that the process will only help you grow and learn. A summer job can be so exciting and be a stepping stone in your career goals. In addition to the duties you will perform this summer at your job, you will be exposed to many different positions in one workplace. This will give you the chance to consider the kind of work you might want to do in the future. We do hope that you are open to this experience and will see yourself the way we see you, intelligent, hardworking, and capable of many great things. Oh, of course, let's not forget with this experience, you will also get the opportunity to earn some money for yourself. Maybe there's something you're saving up for, a game, a new phone, or a new restaurant you want to try. You might just want to go somewhere new or have some extra money to help your family. Whatever it is you spend it on, those checks you will receive as payment will be hard proof of your dedication to growing yourself and expanding your new skills.
Getting to know your team. First, let's talk about the different team members that are involved in the SEAL program who you will be communicating with at various points throughout the process. As it will be necessary for you to provide information to each of these groups, we want you to know who is your VR counselor, who is your Workforce Solutions representative, who is GNA, and who is your Worksite Supervisor. Each of these individuals play a different role, so now we will explain what those roles are.
Hello. Now we will talk a bit about your VR counselor. Most likely, your VR counselor is someone you already know and have spoken with a few times. These individuals are specially trained counselors who work at vocational rehabilitation, and they specialize in assisting people with disabilities. Your VR counselor will be your first point of contact, as they will help you fill out your application to the SEAL program, and they work to get you any assistance you may need to do your summer job. They're your go-to people to help you get prepared for participating in the SEAL program. Before getting matched to a job, you will need to select the date that you will want to begin your job. This is one of the things that can be discussed with you to help you decide. Let's imagine that your parents tell you that your family has plans during June to go on vacation, or maybe you are in summer school and you can only work in the afternoons. You should share this kind of information with your VR counselor, and they will help you select the days and times that work best for you. Your VR counselor can provide what you need to get prepared for work. For example, you may need a work experience trainer, assistive technology, an interpreter, or some other type of accommodation you may need to be successful on the job. Your counselor will help arrange these services for you and make sure that accommodations are available while you are at your work site. Please make sure to stay in touch with your VR counselor in case you need to update them with any questions or concerns you may have while preparing for your summer work experience.
Who is your Workforce Solutions representative and what is their role in the SEAL program? Workforce Solutions is the organization that oversees the SEAL program and the workforce planning for our Houston-Galveston region. We have 28 offices, and our mission is to help people find meaningful jobs. We also help them gain the skills that they need to further in their career. There are a lot of things that we can do at our Workforce Solution offices, such as providing earn and learn opportunities, which is what you are going through right now. So after you are matched to a job by our team and you get your worksite schedule, your Workforce Solutions representative is available to assist both you and your supervisor at the worksite to make sure you are having a positive, meaningful, and rewarding experience. If you have any questions regarding your work experience, your Workforce Solutions representative is your first person to contact, well, apart from your supervisor at your job. Your Workforce Solutions representative will visit you at your worksite during the first week, and they will be there to make sure that you can fill your timesheet out online, give you your intern badge, reinforce the skills you are learning, and discuss your work-based learning experience with you. They will be in touch throughout the summer to make sure you are successful at learning and doing new things. Remember, when they visit, to ask them questions. They are always happy to help.
So who is your worksite supervisor? When you first get to your worksite for your job, there will be a supervisor assigned to you for the program. They are already a manager at the worksite, and they are the experts at the duties and requirements you will need to know for your job. They will take you through an initial orientation and explain to you what your role and responsibilities will be during your work experience. The Worksite Supervisor's main job is to oversee you while you are working to ensure that you are picking up the necessary skills to do the work. They will be ensuring you know their specific workplace policies. They will be making sure that you are complying with such policies and procedures of their worksite. The worksite supervisors are also the people responsible for making sure you have a safe and comfortable working environment that follows state guidelines. Every place you work in your life will have its own unique culture, its own way of doing things and behaving while at work. The worksite supervisor will introduce you to the culture of the worksite and how they do things there, so that you can conduct yourself in a professional manner at the job. For example, each workplace has its own policy for arriving late. Some jobs will simply ask that you give them a phone call the morning you are arriving late. Others are stricter on things and may ask you to not come to work at all if you are late. This is something your supervisor can explain to you so that you know how to show up best for their company, who you will be representing throughout your work experience. They will lay out your schedule and make sure that you are adhering to it. For example, they will tell you what time you are supposed to go on your break, and they will let you know where you can be sitting while you take your breaks. Your supervisor will regularly monitor your progress at the worksite and provide ongoing feedback to encourage you. So they are an important part of your experience, and if you have any questions about how to do your job or what to do in certain situations that arise, they will be the first person you go to. Your supervisor is there to help make sure you have a good experience and are learning, so never be afraid to go to your supervisor if you have questions about anything at all while on the job.
Now let's discuss GNA Partners and the role they play on your SEAL team. They are the company that handles payroll, which means they are the ones who make sure you get the correct payment for your time worked. Before you can get paid for your summer job, you will have to fill out some paperwork online or in person with GNA. For example, they will need your identification documents, address, other information to make sure they are paying the correct person in order to process your checks. They will also need your direct deposit information to deposit the payment for your time worked. Don't worry, your parent or guardian can help you gather all the information needed for these forms. After you start your job, GNA will make sure you receive payment for your hours worked, so it is important that you fill out your timesheet daily. More on how to do this later. When you have been assigned a place of work and you have accepted your schedule, you will receive an email link from GNA Partners that takes you directly to fill out your new hire paperwork. That is called your onboarding link. You must complete this paperwork before starting your summer job. If you have any questions or need to make any updates to your payment information, please let your supervisor know and call your Workforce Solutions representative to see if they can help you update your information or resolve any issues. We work with GNA as a payroll service provider because it allows us to focus on our mission of helping you succeed in your job, while they focus on the details of ensuring you are paid correctly for your time. So you would definitely want to look out for any emails that come from GNA Partners, because this is important communication to make sure you are paid.
So now that you know everyone who is involved, I'm sure you're wondering how they are all tied together to help you this summer. To explain it more simply, Workforce Solutions staff are those individuals leading and planning the Summer Earn and Learn program throughout our region. They are here to help make sure that you have a great place to work and that it is a job that you will be able to do effectively, as well as to gain new skills along the way. Vocational rehabilitation staff, or your VR counselor, is responsible for assisting people with disabilities to prepare for the world of work. In this case, VR is helping you to prepare for your summer job by partnering with Workforce Solutions. GNA is our partner company who handles all of the paperwork and filing necessary to make sure that you are accurately paid for your time. And your Worksite Supervisor is your manager at the job that you will be working at during the summer. On your first day of work, you will meet your supervisor, and they will help introduce you to the workplace and oversee you throughout the time that you are there. You will not know your supervisor until one of the Workforce Solutions team members confirms your work site. And next, let's talk about the plan for the summer.
Now we're going to get into the process of getting you to your work site and all the steps that will come after you watch this video before you can complete your work experience for the summer. Pay close attention and take notes if you need to. We want to make sure you are aware of all the steps that come after this. First, you've already completed step 1 when you filled out your application with your VR counselor. That is why you're here. On to the next one. Now, if you have not already done so, you will submit your I-9 documents to your VR counselor. This is required for you to be set up as a paid employee by GNA Partners. This is step 2. The third step, which you are on now, is to watch this welcome video to get familiar with the program and the opportunity this summer. And don't forget to fill out the survey after you finish the video. Next, you will talk to your VR counselor about what cohort start date you would like. We have 3 groups starting on Mondays in June and July. Each group will start on the same day and work for 5 to 8 weeks for up to 20 hours a week. Considering your plans and schedule during the summer, you'll talk with your counselor about the right time frame that is best for you. Then, after completing that step, you will be guided to register for your work readiness training. This will be 2 sessions of 2 hours each, where you will learn some great basic work skills and do some confidence building activities. This training will either take place in person, at a school, or one of our career offices, or you will attend the sessions virtually through Zoom. That will depend on what your school decides or what is best for you. However, this step is important and you should definitely make a note in your calendar for the training dates you signed up for. The step after that will be to actually attend the work readiness trainings and get credit for that portion of your training in order to be placed in a job. Be sure to report your attendance at these trainings so that you get credit for your time. Next, once you have finished the work readiness training, our dedicated team of job specialists will match you to a work site that is appropriate for you, is a close match to your interests or goals, and is a close distance to you or on the bus line that you use. Of course, we cannot guarantee that this will be your dream job, because for many of you, this is one of your first jobs. It's really an opportunity to get your foot in the door and build your resume with new skills that you will learn during your work experience. Be sure to talk thoroughly with your VR counselor to make sure they understand your specific needs when it comes to your job. Once a work site has been selected for you, your Workforce Solutions representative will call and email you to discuss the schedule, location, and job duties you have been assigned. If, for any reason, you are not able to fulfill that position, due to either the location, the hours, or transportation difficulties, please let your representative know, and they will update your profile and look for a suitable assignment. Please note, although we try our best to accommodate everyone's needs, the summer positions are limited. We do want you to do your best to be flexible and open to a new experience. After that conversation and your schedule is confirmed, you will be sent an email link that takes you to the page where you'll complete your onboarding paperwork online. This piece is critical, so make sure you look through your email to respond to any messages from GNA. It could end up in your spam folder, so just be sure to look there in case that happens. Please look out for the onboarding link because we need you to complete this step before we can get you started working. After we receive notification that you completed your onboarding paperwork, you will be registered for an orientation session, which will finalize your training with us for the work experience. You will attend this virtual session and be sure to provide your information to the facilitator so that you get credit. These sessions will be occurring multiple times each week, so talk to your Workforce Solutions representative to find the best time for you to attend an orientation. During this orientation, you will review some workplace policies and guidelines and be educated on how to use the virtual platform Worksite to clock in and out of work. After we see that you've completed this orientation session, we will send you and your parents your intern profile, which will have information about your job position, role, pay rate, start date, and where to go for your work assignment. You will print this profile out or save it on your phone if you cannot print it, and be sure to show this to your supervisor on your first day. Next is the best part, starting your work experience. You will start on the Monday you selected, show up on time or early, and your supervisor will give you an introductory training to understand your role in the workplace. Then, during the first week of your job, a Workforce Solutions representative will visit your worksite and provide you with a Workforce Solutions badge. This badge will identify you as a participant in SEAL. They will also be asking to see the documents you uploaded for your I-9 to be verified. So please, remember to take these items on your first few days at work. Your representative can pull up your account and will be looking for your specific documents like your ID card, Social Security card, or passport. We will remind you during orientation of how important it is for us to see you in person holding these forms of identification. After you start at your worksite, you'll be earning income while learning a new job, picking up new skills and concepts, and making new connections along the way. And throughout all this, we ask that you stay in close touch with your counselors, and always feel free to reach out if you have questions about any part of your participation.
I know. That was a lot to take in. So let's just take a moment, breathe, and count down from 5 before we move forward. You ready? Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. There. Isn't that much better? So let's continue. There are many people involved in this program and quite a few steps for you to take to get started for the summer. So just remember, as you are receiving phone calls and emails over the next few months, it's very important for you to answer and check your messages regularly. If you miss a phone call from a number that is unfamiliar, please listen to your voicemail to see if this message is coming from someone from Workforce Solutions or VR. Every once in a while, it would be a great idea to check your spam or junk folder in your email to make sure that no messages from VR, Workforce Solutions, or GNA are slipping through the cracks. We highly appreciate you staying in communication and letting us know if you are experiencing any issues moving forward on any of the steps we just talked about. A quick message for the parents or guardians of the student. Please remember to always empower your young adults to complete as much as they can independently. We want this to be a learning experience.
We want you to take this seriously because it is such a great opportunity for you to learn and gain skills that you can take with you into your future jobs and your career. At the same time, we want you to enjoy the experience and feel rewarded by your participation. One of the rewards you can get from working in a new place is the new connections you will form with your coworkers. We don't want you to be afraid to be yourself. We just ask that you keep your behavior professional and conduct yourself with respect for those around you. Some of the duties you are assigned at your job might be totally new, and you might be a complete beginner, feeling like you have no idea what you're doing. This is actually a very positive thing. We want you to try these new things and not be frustrated if it takes some time for you to learn. That is what this experience is all about. So please have patience with yourself and believe in yourself like we believe in you. Our counselors will be working hard for you to have a great experience. So please be respectful when talking with them, remembering that we all want the best for you.
Now, just to quickly recap, these are the things we need from you for this program to operate in your best interest. 1. We need you to talk with your counselor to decide which cohort will work best for you to start working. Remember to consider your summer plans and other things you have going on in your life in order to select your start date. Then, we need you to complete your work readiness training sessions before you can go to work, which includes 4 hours of formal training and then 1 final hour of orientation before you start work. 3. Before orientation, we need you to complete your onboarding paperwork through the link that will be sent after you are matched with a job site. 4. After finding out your work site, we need you to decide on how many hours you will work each week. This will be a conversation between you, Workforce Solutions, and the work site. It will depend both on how many hours are needed at the work site and how many hours you are able to put in. 5. Of course, we need you to find transportation to get to your work site and put your best foot forward by always arriving on time or a few minutes early. Lastly, we need you to be very proactive in communicating with us. That means anytime you have a question or aren't sure about something, send your counselor or representative an email, give them a call, send them a text if that's an option. We don't want you getting stuck at any part of this process, and we need your help to make sure that doesn't happen. Similarly, when you get to work, we will want to know how it's going for you. Don't hesitate to communicate any concerns, or we hope you'll be able to report that you're enjoying the job. Remember that we expect you to communicate with us anytime you need assistance. So to ask some general questions, here is the email you can send a message to during your experience if you need anything. For any issues once you get to your work site, you can reach out to your Workforce Solutions representative. You will receive your first email from this person as soon as we have found a job for you, and you can use that email to start an ongoing correspondence with them. Remember, they are always happy to help. In case of emergency, we highly encourage you to speak with your Worksite Supervisor, as well as contact your Workforce Solutions representative. If anything happens on the job, or you have an emergency at home, we want to know about it and do everything we can to assist you, so please reach out. For any questions or issues about your payment, here is the number for GNA Partners. You are free to reach out to them, though we encourage you to try to sort out the issue by first speaking with your supervisor and then your Workforce Solutions representative. We may be able to speed up the process of you getting the assistance you need.
Let's briefly go over what we need from you to make sure you are paid correctly. The way we track your hours is through an online timesheet. The timesheet is generated through an app you can download onto your phone in order to clock in and out. During orientation, you will be educated on how to log into your worksite account, which is the app through which you will track your time worked. After getting the training and orientation, please ask your counselors any questions you still have about using Worksite, because we want to ensure that you are able to do this correctly. Someone from Workforce Solutions will be visiting you during your first week of work, and one of the things they can help you with is making sure you know how to track your time by clocking in and out. We want to remind you to track your time accurately. Do not be dishonest about your hours. If you arrive at work early, that is great, but it does not mean that you can clock in. Always clock in at the time you are expected to begin working on the job and clock out when you are finished for the day. So If you have to leave early for some reason, clock out at the time you leave. If you take a break, you will need to clock out for that time period as well, and then clock back in when you finish your break. Tracking your time by clocking in and out, even if you need to set a reminder on your phone, is very important, or you can ask your supervisor to remind you. If for some reason you make a mistake on your timesheet, we will have to work with GNA to correct it, which could take some time and affect you being paid. So we ask that you please take the time to learn how to use Worksite and to accurately clock in and out, tracking your hours at work. Ultimately, this is to make sure you get paid on time, and we appreciate your cooperation in helping us make that happen. Now that you are familiar with the people on your SEAL team, their roles, and what we expect from you to start your summer job and get paid, let's talk about professionalism at the workplace. What comes to mind when you hear the word professional? I'm sure a few things come to mind. You may be picturing someone wearing a professional outfit, like having a blue tie and crisp black suit, wearing shiny shoes, and carrying a briefcase. Or you might imagine someone who is a strong leader for the group, who knows all the answers. You might think of someone who is an expert at their job as well. If you are thinking of those things, do not worry. We do not expect you to be an expert at your job yet, or to know exactly what to do in every situation. We only expect that you respectfully ask any time that you are uncertain, which would demonstrate that you care about doing your job well. We also ask that you take pride and respect in your job, doing your best to exhibit that you care about the work site and the people around you. To us in the SEAL program, professionalism means to take your job seriously by taking the time to understand the best practices at your workplace. It means to be aware of your duties and to do them to the best of your ability. And it means communicating effectively and respectfully with everyone you come in contact with. This is the attitude we expect you to take on throughout your work experience.
We'll be honest. When you're at work, it can be a bit tricky to communicate with different types of people, and it will require you to pay attention and be respectful. As an example, you may work in a store as a customer service representative or a cashier, and a customer might come to you frustrated because they cannot find the product they are looking for. They might be in a hurry and want you to help them, but you aren't sure where that item is in the store. A professional response to this kind of situation would be to be respectful and let the customer know you will do everything you can to help. To then ask your supervisor or someone you work with where to find the product, and to ensure that the customer finds what they need, or if it's not in the store, to help them locate somewhere that they can find it. This is just an example to demonstrate that you may be required to communicate with new people at work. We don't expect you to be great at this right away. What we ask is for you to believe that you are capable of conducting yourself professionally, taking the job seriously, and trying your best no matter what the task is. For some of you, this may be your very first job, and we all started somewhere. No one is expecting you to be perfect, only that you try your best and have a great attitude whenever you are assigned a task. We understand that everyone has their strengths. None of us can be skilled at everything. So a part of this work experience will be learning what your strengths are. Every day you will have an opportunity to build your skills. We hope that when you are assigned a new task at work, If you ever need help understanding your duties, you will talk to your supervisor or your job trainer. You may come to an assignment that is challenging to you, and we do want you to try your best to push yourself out of what's comfortable in order to grow. So if there's ever a task that you find difficult, the professional response would be to talk to someone and let them know what's going on. We are all here to help you and want the best for you. Of course, we all have the option to give up and decide not to try when things are difficult for us. We can throw up our hands and walk away. But if the situation is one in which you have the chance to grow, to stretch yourself and become better, we always encourage you to try. Communicate with those you work with and ask for help anytime you need it. Don't ever be embarrassed to ask a question because that is the only way you'll learn to do your job well. So, if you are learning about your job and asking questions to clarify any uncertainty, you are communicating with your supervisor and letting them know about any issues, you're forming connections with those around you, and you're pushing yourself to expand your skills, that is all you need to do in order to be a professional. So don't worry if you still feel like you need more training and experience to put yourself in the mindset of a professional, because your next step after this, you will be able to attend a more thorough training to learn skills on topics like communication, critical thinking, teamwork, time management, and financial literacy. This work readiness training is a chance for you to participate in engaging activities where you practice some critical skills that can help you be successful at your job. Not only will these skills help you to be successful with this summer job program, but they will benefit you throughout the year in school and throughout the rest of your career.
Now, what comes next, you ask? After finishing this welcome video, you will need to register for your next 4 hours of work readiness training. It's going to be either in person at school or in a career office, or it will be virtual on Zoom. The trainings will be broken up into 2-hour sessions with short breaks in between. It is important that you attend these trainings in its entirety so that you can demonstrate that you are ready to be matched with a work site. I am so excited to hear all about the new skills you will learn this summer as you participate in the SEAL 2022 program.
Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope that it has given you a good sense of what to expect this summer and helped prepare you for your job. Remember that we are all here to help you at any step in the process you may need assistance with. We wish you the very best as you finish this school year, and we look forward to hearing your success stories.